Comfort, noun. A condition or feeling of pleasurable physical ease or relief from pain or stress. Also known as being a lil pussy. LMAO.
It was a normal day. I walked into a diner and sat down. It was mad cold and I had been shooting the footage you're watching and I just wanted to rest for a second. I'm sweaty, I'm all red, and I smell bad. But the hostess welcomed me in, the waiter showed me a table and handed me the menu, and I thought about how anyone could just walk into a diner and 9 out of 10 times get the same hospitality I got. Even you. Later, as I'm paying the bill, a homeless guy barges in with the homeless look on his face and everyone knows something's about to go down. He's going up to every table with his hands out and the waiters are trying to get rid of him, but they don't know how. The guy's either really crazy or really high. Or both, it doesn't matter. New Yorkers are used to pretending like they don't see crazy people, but it's impossible to pretend like you don't see them. They still keep eating their pancakes or whatever, visibly uncomfortable. And now, it was decision time for me. Do I knock this guy out, or do I just leave the restaurant? But I decide to tell him exactly what he wants to hear. Let's go to an ATM. The hostess silently thanks me and I walk outside with my new friend. Thing is, I had no intention of giving him any money. Sometimes I do, but threatening suicide is a dick move no matter how homeless you are. I tell him I'll get him something to eat, but I'm not giving you any money. He starts freaking out again and gets on his knees begging me. It's pathetic. I say it again. I'm not giving you any money. Then the asshole gets up and lays down face first in the middle of the street. If I wanted to raise the stakes of the story, I would say that cars were whizzing by and I had to yank him out to save his life, but obviously everyone sees him and it was a red light. But even the people in the cars are nervously avoiding eye contact. So now I'm kind of responsible for this situation, and instead of walking away like I usually would, I drag him back on the street by his feet. He's yelling from the ground, please, please, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here. And I look to my right and I see everyone from the diner staring at us out the window like it's a movie. I had enough. This is not my problem. I put in my headphones and walk away. People are afraid to be uncomfortable. I'm not talking about stressed or anxious, I mean uncomfortable. It started when schools added safe spaces. A good idea in theory, but are the rainbows really necessary? Then schools added therapy dogs, which I'm not against. Everyone likes petting a dog. But do we really have to call them fucking therapeutic? They're dogs. They're just dogs. They're not licensed practitioners. They don't have PhDs. They're fucking dogs.
You're not having a mental breakdown because you have some homework.
A guy who puts a knife to his throat in a diner could maybe use a safe space or a therapy dog, but you don't need a mental health day because you're tired. Later, after the homeless incident, I'm waiting for the train to arrive, just scrolling, and I hear the lady next to me talking on the phone go, oh, he better not jump on the tracks or I'm gonna be late, I look up and I think, no way, and I see crazy homeless guy dangling half torso into the tracks, looking around for some sympathy money. It's a depressing scene to keep seeing, but it's also kind of funny. This is the third time in maybe 2 hours that I've seen this guy try a different way to kill himself. You gotta give him props for creativity, yo. Other homeless people, you gotta step your game up, man. There's maybe 50 people, but of course no one is doing shit. They're all acting like they don't notice, standing off to the side. I get up and talk the guy off the ledge. Then some lady gives him a 20 and he runs off. He might have killed himself, I don't care, I did my part. Also, there's a lot to unpack here, because it's just unbelievable how passive everyone around me was. They were all uncomfortably standing there like it was someone else's problem. The lady on the phone next to me wasn't even scared. She would just rather complain about a train delay because of a mangled homeless body than just talk to him for a second. I'm different. I'm okay with awkward situations because I know it'll make for a great story.
Most people see the suicidal homeless guy and just want to go home.
I would have been a bystander a couple years ago until I realized that the feeling of uncomfortable is the most effective way to learn about yourself. You'll learn about what you're afraid of, and you'll learn about what makes you feel comfort. You don't grow when you're comfortable. I was in college for 2 years, not because I was learning, not because it was gonna get me a job, but because it provided a sense of security. You wake up, you go to class, get drunk, and cheat on the test. Everyone else was in the same boat, so it didn't feel weird. I knew that I wanted to quit, but I didn't want to lose that sense of comfort. I'm so afraid to lose another 2 years that now I specifically go out of my comfort zone. I started doing stand-up comedy and I've bombed so hard I've wanted to jump on the train tracks too. I started modeling and even got signed to an agency, which has been humbling for my ego. I know it sounds like I'm bragging, I'm not, because I'm horrible at it. I look like Zoolander in every picture. I only got signed because racially ambiguous is trendy right now. There ain't shit left to expose. People have yelled at me on stage when I'm telling my terrible jokes.
The gay guys in the fashion industry were the first people to call me fat.
If you thought it, I heard it. But I don't want to live scared anymore. No way I'm gonna tell a story as one of the bystanders. Today's sponsor, the Wave Lights. It's from thewavelights.com. You guys know I don't really do sponsors like that, but these guys, send me these lights, and they've made my room a weird basement into something that's kind of cool. Click the link in the description. There's a Black Friday sale. There's also an app on your phone. You can get an app on your phone. It's gonna make your room look better. I can actually guarantee you of that. That's a genuine thing I'm saying. Also, I'm gonna show some stand-up comedy clips. So here's some audio clips of me handling hecklers and stuff like that. All right, cool. Check out the Wave Lights. Peace.
I get called a fuckboy a lot, if you can't tell. It's young crowd, so you know what fuckboy means.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you're wearing is that knockoff Supreme?
Knockoff Supreme. You think I'm broke? I said I dropped out to do YouTube. It's real Supreme. This dude. I used to start off this bit by saying, clap if you think I'm black enough to say the N-word. Terrible idea.
As the only other black person in the room, you can say the N-word.
Right, but I did it at
the
the...
mixed person in the world, so if the two of us combined equal one black
I'll say the first half, you say the second half.
Okay, go for it.
No, thank you. Sometimes they call me a gooky Barack Obama. I'm aware of my Oriental features. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here. That was my first show that wasn't an open mic. So, thank you. Keep smoking weed and give it up to your host, everyone. Thank you for coming out.